we discuss about Newton's law of universal gravitation. This law on universal gravitation has the following learning objectives. 1. We will derive and apply Newton's law of gravitation. 2. We will analyze factors affecting gravitational force. 3. We will solve engineering-related problems. And finally, we will relate gravitation to orbital motion. Let us consider the following concepts of gravitation. 1. Gravity is a non-contact force acting between masses, and it governs planetary motion and engineering systems like satellites. Let me share some historical background. The law of universal gravitation was formulated by Sir Isaac Newton and published in 1687 in his work Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, inspired in part by observations of falling objects and the motion of the moon. Newton proposed that the same force governs both terrestrial and celestial motion. His ideas built upon earlier work by astronomers such as Johannes Kepler, whose laws describe planetary motion. This unification of Earth and space under a single physical law marked a major milestone in the development of classical physics. We now state the law of universal gravitation. Every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. Simply, all objects with mass pull on each other. Heavier objects exert a stronger gravitational pull, and greater distance between objects results in a weaker force. We now have the following relationships and key principles. 1. The force is directly proportional to the product of the two masses. 2. The force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the masses. The force is always attractive, and the law has an inverse square behavior. So as a combined relation, F is directly proportional to the ratio m1 m2 all over r squared. As an equation, the force is equal to G times the product m1 m2 over r squared, where G is the universal gravitational constant. So F, the force in newtons, the gravitational constant G equal to 6.674 times 10 to the negative 11 Newton meters squared over kilogram squared. M1 and M2 are the masses in kilograms, and R is the distance in meters. To illustrate, we have two masses M1 and M2, and the distance between them is denoted by R. According to the law, there exists a force of attraction between the two masses, denoted by F, equal to G times M1 M2 all over R squared. The following diagrams will further explain inverse square relationship for the law of universal gravitation, where the gravitational force between two masses decreases rapidly as the distance between them increases. So for two masses M1 and M2, separated by a distance r, the force between them is given by G M1 M2 all over r squared. Specifically, when the distance is doubled, the force becomes one-fourth of its original value. And when the distance is tripled, the force becomes one-ninth of its original value. This relationship shows that the distance has a much stronger effect on gravitational force than mass, making separation a critical factor in gravitational interactions. Let us now work on the first problem. Find the force between two masses m1 equal to 8 kilograms and m2 equal to 12 kilograms that are 2 meters apart. So the force F is given by G times the product m1 m2 all over r squared, where m1, m2 are the given masses, and r is the distance. So we substitute the value of the gravitational constant g equal to 6.674 times 10 to the negative 11 Newton meter squared over kilogram squared times the masses 8 kilograms and 12 kilograms divided by the square of the distance 2 meters, thereby giving us the value 7.12 times 10 to the negative 10 newtons. Next, given the mass of the Earth to be 5.97 times 10 to the positive 24 kilograms and radius of 6.37 times 10 to the positive 6 meters, let us calculate the weight of a 1 kilogram object. So applying the law of universal gravitational formula, F equal to gm1 m2 over r squared, where m1 is the mass of the Earth and m2 is the mass of the object, r is the radius of the Earth, we have F equal to 9.81 newtons, equivalent to the weight of a 1 kilogram object. From this, we can calculate the gravitational acceleration g. F equal to gm1 m2 over r squared, where m2 is the mass of any object, g the gravitational acceleration, equal to F by Newton's second law, is equal to gm1 m2 over r squared. M2 cancels, substituting the value of m1, the mass of the Earth, the radius r, and the gravitational constant g. It gives us the value of g, the gravitational acceleration, of 9.81 meters per second squared. The following are the additional notes for the law of universal gravitation. In orbital motion, the gravitational force acting between a planet and a satellite provides the necessary centripetal force to keep the satellite in a circular path. This means gravity continuously pulls the object toward the center, preventing it from moving in a straight line. Without this inward force, the object will drift away into space. In satellite motion, the orbital velocity formula determines the speed required for a satellite to remain in stable orbit around a central body. It depends on the mass of the central object M and the distance from its center, showing that stronger gravity requires higher orbital speed. This principle is essential in designing satellites to ensure they neither fall to Earth nor escape into space. The escape velocity is the minimum speed an object must have to break free from a planet's gravitational pull without further propulsion. It depends on the mass and radius of the celestial body, meaning larger and denser planets require higher escape velocities. This concept is crucial in space missions, especially during rocket launches and interplanetary travel. Gravitational force keeps satellites in stable orbit around the Earth, balancing their forward motion and inward pull. Engineers use orbital mechanics to determine the correct altitude and velocity for communication, weather, and navigation satellites. Without gravity, satellites will drift away and fail to function. Gravity plays a crucial role in launching, navigating, and landing spacecraft for space missions. Engineers must account for gravitational forces from multiple celestial bodies to plan efficient trajectories, such as gravity assists. This reduces fuel consumption and enables long-distance space exploration. Structural load considerations. Gravity is a primary load that engineers must consider when designing buildings, bridges, and other structures. It determines the weight that materials and foundations must support to ensure safety and stability. Proper analysis prevents structural failure and ensures long-term durability. GPS systems rely on satellites orbiting Earth, whose motion is governed by gravity. Accurate positioning requires precise timing and corrections for gravitational effects, including those predicted by relativity. Without accounting for gravity, GPS measurements would become inaccurate. The following are the common misconceptions. Gravity is a universal force that exists everywhere in the universe, not just on Earth. All objects with mass exert gravitational attraction on one another, from small particles to massive galaxies. Earth's gravity is simply the most noticeable to us because of its large mass and proximity. In the absence of air resistance, all objects fall at the same rate, regardless of their mass. This is because gravitational acceleration is constant near the Earth's surface. Differences in falling speed in real life are due to air resistance and not weight. You now work on the following problems. 1. Given two masses of 50 kilograms and 100 kilograms separated by a distance of 5 meters. Calculate or compute for the gravitational force. In number 2, you are given three masses, M, M1, and M2, and their respective distances are indicated. For each of these two setups, calculate for the net force acting on M. Given the following data, the mass of object M is 5 kilograms, of M1 8 kilograms, M2 12 kilograms, and the distance R is 1.5 meters. Thank you for listening.